What's up, you guys, man? I appreciate all your love and support. Thank you for being here. This is Grab a Beer Podcast, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. This is exclusively on YouTube. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Turn on that bell so you're notified every time I drop a vid. Listen, you guys, we are here in effect on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. And we're ready to rock and roll, man. We ain't gonna take time, man. We got a lot to get to. So, to recap, week 1, Offensive Player of the Week. We're gonna go with Baker Mayfield, man. Shout out to Baker Mayfield, man. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. Had 289 yards, 4 touchdowns. Was amazing for Tampa Bay as they rolled the Commanders and everything like that. And to the Defensive Player of the Week, we have Trent Jordan Watt, man. Trent Jordan Watt, TJ Watt, man. Shout out to him, man. They were trying to, and the reason why he's getting it over, other players is because he literally had to fight through everything. The referees, he was too good. He literally timed the snap count perfectly. Literally, when you go back and look at it, he timed it so perfect that he thought it was offsides. Took away a strip sack in the drive where the Falcons scored. And then he just kept playing, kept fighting. Ended up getting a fumble recovery anyway. Ended up getting a sack anyway to close the game. And then he took a bow. TJ Watt was everywhere. He was wearing Kirk Cousins, his jersey, by the end of the game. I'm telling you, TJ Watt is the best defensive player in the world, and it's nothing to talk about. So, them are the player of the week for week 1. Special shout out to special teams. Chris Boswell, man, 6 for 6 on field goals, man. Shout out to Chris Boswell, the Wizard of Boz. Shout out to him, man. Definitely, we move on, though, because we're on it next week. So, we're going to recap. So, Miami, they own Dolphins, and they own them. Yeah. And they put hands, feet on them. Hands and feet needed to be laid, and that's what Josh Allen and them did. Josh Allen really, he took over the game. Yeah, he took over the game. Josh Allen was really good in that game. He was really good in that game. But it was James Cook. Shout out to James Cook, because he had 3 touchdowns. He was going crazy. I mean, he scored every which way that you could think of, man. He did, and I was happy for him, man. I was happy for him. Amazing game, but the game was overshadowed, sadly, to Tua, tongue of a law. Another concussion, man. It was sad to see. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was real sad to see Tua down there on the ground like that, man. I didn't like seeing that. I didn't, because I've seen it before. I mean, and when he got hit, his hands, was in the air and stuff like that, and couldn't control it. And so, once I seen that, I said, you know what? Everything ran through my head. All the possibilities ran through my head, because I'm just, in my mind, I'm thinking like, man, I don't know if he should continue to keep playing. In my mind, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he might not need to continue to keep playing. But then that was in the emotional state that I was in after seeing what I seen. But stepping back from the situation now, you think about it and you realize this is something they worked their whole lives for. This is something that they have sweated for. This is something that they have been fighting for their whole lives. It's hard to give that up, and I completely understand that. So I would advise Tua to just weigh it out. Weigh out the pros and cons. Think about your kids and everything and that nature, and think about yourself too. I think a lot of times we forget that we're human. We got human elements to us as well. And athletes especially, you got to make sure that you're good for you and your family, man. I'm not going to lie. Because that's what's important. That's what's important. It's not about a football game. I haven't brought one thing about football up because I don't care about that. That's sub compared to what the quality of life. I mean, to me, I want Tua to be able to play with his kids. You know, he has 2 kids, and I want to be able to be there for his wife. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's more layers to this thing than just sports. There's more to it, man. It's about the quality of life. It's about being able to do what you have to do. But at the same time, can you do it safely? And football is just not safe. And let's be real. It's not safe. And you can't play safe if that's not your style. Because that's when you get hurt, for real. And that's when damage happens. Because you're playing a style that you're not familiar with. So, to me, I'm not going to advise Tua what to do. But I'm going to tell Tua, man, to really think about this. Weigh it out, for real. Real talk. Because that was scary. And that was another time. And it's just, you know. And then him and DeMar Hamlin running into each other. That's what made it scarier because I'm like, man, just the irony of it. You feel what I'm saying? It's the irony of it that got me. You feel me? And I just, you know, it was sad, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was sad watching to it later like that. And, you know, another concussion. It's like, dang, you don't even want to see that. You feel me? But, man, shout out to Tua, man. Continue to keep on. You get healthy for you and your family. Forget the game because the game don't matter. You get healthy for you and your family. And whatever decision you make, I'm rolling with you. Whatever it is. It don't even matter. But as long as you're okay. As long as you're okay, man. That's what it's about. That's what it's really about. But I'm not moving on from it. But, you know, we got to get to our hot pick 5s this week. We got 5 games. You already know how it is. We pick 5 games. We're going to see if we can go undefeated this week. I'm going to tell you how to bet it, how to spin it, how to make this money. And when you make the money, bring me the money. Let me stop. When you make the money, shout out to you, man. You know. But, yeah, let's get into it. First game that we're going to talk about is going to be the Saints going to Arlington today to play the Cowboys. And the Cowboys are seen as 6.5-point favorites. They like them a lot. And the total over-under is 46.5. Now, listen to me. I'm expecting offenses to be better this week. I'm expecting a little bit better offenses. Last week, the offenses was sub. And that is putting it lightly. There wasn't too many quarterbacks lighting it up last week. You understand? There wasn't too many offenses lighting it up. Where we was like, no, wasn't too many of that. But one team that did light it up last week was the New Orleans Saints. They put up 47 points. It was against Carolina. But they was probably the only offense that went to work. To be honest with you. They went to work. They did. And I was happy for them and get that pressure off Derek Carr. But you're going into Arlington. You're going to go play the Cowboys at the crib. I got the Cowboys winning. I got the Cowboys covering. And I got it going over 46.5 points. So, yeah, I think Dak Prescott is finna show out. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to do his thing. I think that the complement running back that they have between Zeke Elliott and number 23, they're going to be able to do what they got to do to win the game. That's what I think. That's what I think going to happen. I got the Saints. I got the Cowboys beating the Saints. I have the score. I'm going to say 30s. I'm going to say 30, 35, 31. I'm going to say high scoring. Because I think the Saints is going to put up points too. I just think the Cowboys are going to win the game. I do. No. Matter of fact, no. I lied. 35 to 28 because you got to cover. Yeah, because I got Dallas covering. So, yeah, 35-28. That's the score. All right. Now we move on to Tampa Bay and Detroit Lions. And it's in Ford Field. And Detroit is seen as 7.5-point favorites. And the point total is 51.5. Now, listen, this is a rematch from the playoffs last year. The Lions are back-to-back off playoffs. Back-to-back playing playoff teams that they played in the playoffs last year. And just like, it's going to be close. But I think Tampa Bay looking for revenge. And I like the way the Tampa Bay Buccaneers look. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay, actually. I think Tampa Bay is going to win the game. I got them covering. And I got to go over 51.5. I got to go over 51.5. I do. I think it's going to be 31-28 Tampa. They're going to cover the point spread. And it's going to go over 51.5. I think Baker Mayfield is going to put on a show today. I like the Tampa Bay team. I do. I like their defense. So Detroit is going to have a tough task today. And I'm thinking, I got Tampa Bay winning. So that is my pick for that game. Now, we move on. We have the 49ers going back to Minneapolis to play the Vikings. If you know anything about this game last year, the Vikings won this game without Jettis. I don't think Jettis played. This is when Addison went crazy in that game. Addy's not there this time, and it's Justin Jefferson there, so you don't get a reprieve. They got San Fran as 4.5-point favorites, and they got the point total 46.5. Now, it's gonna be a way tougher game for the Vikings this year. They don't have Kirk Cousins. Sam Darnold's their quarterback. But Sam Darnold does know the offense. 49ers will be without Christian McCaffrey. He is going to be on IR for that calf and Achilles injury. I'm scared for Christian McCaffrey. For the first time he stepped on that field, I am. I want that thing to be fully healed, for real. Because you can't play with those injuries. You really can't. It's a tough game to pick. But I'm going to take the 49ers. I think the 49ers. I think the offensive line is real physical. The Vikings' defense actually is good. But I think the 49ers are going to win this game. They're looking for revenge. So I have them. Yeah, I got to win about more than 4.5 points. Yeah. So I got the 49ers winning this game. I'll say 31-13. I think it's going to be a dominant performance by the 49ers. I do. I expect domination in that one. Yeah. I expect domination in that one. I do. I can't say I don't. Expecting real. I do. I expect domination in that one. I do, man. I ain't gonna even crap to you. But then we move on. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers going into Mile High to face the Denver Broncos. The Steelers are seen as 2.5-point favorites. Point total is 36.5. So, I'm going to just tell y'all this. Take the under on the point total. Yeah, take the under on the point total. Yeah. Definitely do that. Take the under on the point total. I'm going to start out with that. Now, this is a rookie quarterback going against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tomlin is lifetime 24-6 against a rookie quarterback. I got him going 25-6. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this game. It's gonna be a low-scoring game. I have them winning. I have them of course covering, but I have them winning. I'll say 21-10. Pittsburgh. I think they're gonna handily win this game. I do. I think this one will be one of them ones where he's a rookie. Make him look like one. And I don't like their offensive line. I don't think the offensive line can block. And TJ Watt's over there. So, and he's angry. So we're gonna roll with we're gonna roll with that. All right. And then we're on to our fifth and final pick for the week. And this is the game of the week, probably. Probably the game of the week right here. We got the Bengals headed to Arrowhead to play against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City is seen as 6-point favorites. Point total is 48.5. Jamar Chase is going to play. T. Higgins is not going to play. Shout out to Hollywood Brown, man. Sadly, Hollywood Brown has to get surgery, so his season is in doubt. But it's Patrick Mahomes. And it's early in the season. I don't trust the Bengals early in the season. I don't trust that defense early in the season. So I'm going to take Kansas City. I just take Kansas City to cover. I got them covering, so I at least got to win by a touchdown. I'm going to say 27-17, which puts you at 44. So, yeah, take the under on this game. 27-17. So take the under on that game right there. Yeah, I just think Kansas City is just better. I do. I think they're better than them. That's plain and simple. Just plain and simple. But, yeah, man, listen. I appreciate y'all for being here. MVP ladder. We will have a full MVP ladder. We got 2 more weeks. At the end of week 4, heading into week 5, is when we'll start the MVP ladder. I want to give them a quarter of the season to establish it, who's going to be the league MVP, who's going to stand out. So you will be getting those, coming up in the weeks. But yeah, that was my pick 5 right there, hot picks. So roll with that, win you some money, get a bag, and do your thing. I appreciate all y'all love, all y'all support. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Turn on that bell so you get notified every time I drop a video. This is Grab a Beer Podcast, and I'm out. Peace.